So here is a real life split test of somebody who succeeded at something and somebody who did not. And it was never set up as a split test. It wasn't planned or anything like that. It just happened. And in retrospect, I look at it as like, wow, this was a true, honest to God split test. A split test, by the way, is where all variables are the same except one variable you change. The purpose of that being if you're trying to test something out, troubleshoot something, see what works and what doesn't work, you don't want to guess on what it was that made the difference. So if you're swapping out all kinds of different variables and tweaking all kinds of things simultaneously, and finally something works, you don't really know what you changed that made it work. It was a lot of things. So if you change just one variable and keep everything else remaining constant and you get a different result, you can pretty much assume almost every time it's that one thing that you change, you can go back to and say, aha! So that's what we have to scale up on and create even more success. So I'm going to give you an example here in my business of fitness and health and financial freedom. You could probably apply this to just about anything going on in life, whatever it is. So draw those parallels. So I go over my notes and I review things that have happened because I like to recognize patterns and see what works, build on that, what doesn't work, scrap that. And throughout my entire career since 2007, since I started this, I've always noticed that there's a group of people who succeed at getting healthy, a group of people that succeed at becoming financially free, and a group of people that don't succeed at getting healthy, accomplishing their goals of natural organic health and financial freedom and things like that. And then there's another one that just recently happened, a specific thing where there was only one variable difference, and almost all the time it's only one variable difference. So this is like the split test that keeps happening over and over again. But I enrolled these two people, same company, same product line, same compensation plan, same everything. The only difference, I plugged them into the same training too. That was, a big deal. You want to know what to do when you get in. Don't want to be like Moses set out in the desert for 40 years to wandering around, not knowing what you're doing, where you're going. So getting someone plugged into the training is like among the most important things because you got to know what to do, the action steps and so forth. So everything is the same. Down to the training is exactly the same. So one of them quits. Obviously, we know if you quit, you have to show up and do the work, right? One of them doesn't show up, they quit. Of course, they don't get any results. And then the other person I enrolled at the same time, even the timing was the same. So it really is a true split test. But the other person showed up every day, spare time, didn't get in the way of anything else she had going on, but showed up every day and didn't quit. She got a result. She got paid. She's improving with her fitness. She's accomplishing her goals with natural health, organics, on her way towards being financially free. So that is a very clear and decisive pattern for whichever side of that coin a person wants to be on. And this is so basic and elementary, sometimes we just need to be reminded. So I'm not really sharing anything with you that you don't already know. If you want to not succeed, just stop showing up and quit. If you want to succeed at something, keep showing up, keep learning, keep doing the work, keep paying attention, and you'll eventually get there. And it could be in big steps, little steps. The pace sort of varies on the person, and there's a lot of other variables too that can go into that. But the end result is going to be a progression towards success or not, depending on if someone's going to show up and do the work or not. And the person that quits, whether it's this or something else, they never leave it at just quitting. This part is kind of ouchy, but I like saying it. We always rationalize it. When we quit something that's important, we rationalize it. We can't ever just quit and not rationalize it. We have to have a perfect, sound reason. The reason for that is we need to make it easier to live with ourselves for being a quitter that starts things and doesn't see them through. So it's a survival strategy to rationalize quitting. Perfect, sound, logical reason. Okay, it's a little easier to live with myself. But in the depths of our mind, we know it doesn't really work. It slowly chips away at our own feelings of self-esteem and self-worth. And that's not worth it. And eventually you do that enough, it will catch up to you and you will no longer feel good. So whatever it is, you have to see important things through. Otherwise, you're going to pay for it with your life, with how you feel about yourself, the way that others around you treat you like a clown that doesn't see anything through, or as a credible person that they could put their trust into. So whenever you engage with something that's important, come up with reasons why you have to see it through, why you have to figure it out, why you have to do whatever it takes, get the right books, the right teachers, the right mentors, the right classes, the right whatever to solve whatever problems that are in your way. And then in the end, nothing is in your way. It's just something to figure out if you love learning. And that's really the key ingredient, in my opinion. That's the thing that differentiates the losers from the winners, or the quitters from people that see stuff through. Some people love learning. They want to get outside of the box, out of the box of what they already know. They want to learn and expand and grow so they can solve problems. Like, I don't have the time. Okay, it's just something to learn and figure out. I want to get outside of what I already know. I don't have the time. I don't have the money. I don't have the skills. I don't have the background. I don't have the whatever. XYZ, I got a family, kids to support, something to figure out. And if you got kids that you're supporting, a family, let them see you do the hard work, because it's worth it. I've been told by parents on the winner side that see stuff through, the most valuable things they do for their kids is to be forthcoming with their kids, show them that it takes hard work, but it's worth it. And they're transparent with their kids, with the problems, the hard work, everything that happens, they show them it's worth it. And they instill a work ethic within their kids. And they say their heart breaks when they see parents use their kids as a crutch, as children being crutches to quit and not see things through. It breaks their heart. It breaks mine too. And those kids are paying attention. They're watching. More than likely, the kids are going to follow in their parents' footsteps. Some kids rebel and break out of that because we're all individuals. But most kids are going to pretty much follow in their parents' footsteps. So be that example of, yeah, here's what's going on, small child of mine. It's hard work. Things go wrong, stuff to figure out, but the dream is so cool, it is worth it. So then you just put all that on display for your kids and teach them along the way. And if you don't have, I don't have any kids. I am somebody else's kid, but I don't have kids. So I like using stories of people who do have kids. And they all say the same thing. The ones that like to see things through, they want to instill in their kids that, yeah, it's hard work and it's worth it. If you want something bad enough, it's not just going to come to you. You have to decide it's worth doing the hard work. And then their kids oftentimes follow in their footsteps. And they're like, yeah, their kids develop their own dreams. And, oh, it's going to be hard, but it's worth it. Mom and dad is doing it. I'm going to do it. I'm going to be like mom and dad. So that's what it is. And whether you use my vehicle or some other vehicle to create success with your financial freedom and your health goals, whether it's my vehicle or someone else's, the important thing is you get in one and you don't quit ever. Everything is just something to figure out because you innately love learning things new. You want to get outside of the box always of what you already know. You love that. That's what you love. If you don't love that, then I promise you, you've screwed yourself over before anybody else ever could. No matter what promise somebody has broken to you, you screw yourself over and you rip your family off before anybody else could if you don't intrinsically love learning more than what you already know, period. So love learning. Figure out a vehicle and just be in love with the whole process of seeing stuff through, figuring stuff out, and just do it. Okay. And of course, if you want to see my vehicle, I'm happy to show it to you. My coach made a brilliant video, highly informative, even emotionally inspiring. If you want to see that for your consideration about being inside of the vehicle that I'm in, just ask me for it. Private message me. I'll shoot you a link to the video. It's a YouTube video, so it'll play on whatever device you've got. And then you can decide if it speaks to you or if it doesn't speak to you. And my vehicle is the merger of natural health and wealth. And when you have natural health and wealth, I find you got more options, you got more personal freedom. So people that like my thing are people that typically just love freedom. They want to be free, healthy human beings, right? And positively impact other people around them with those kinds of things. So if that turns you on, ask me about my vehicle, I'll show it to you, okay? And my website, TomBerkenmeyer.com, just like it's spelled here on social media, TomBerkenmeyer.com. And I'll hear from you soon. Feel free to share this and make it go viral if you wish. It's a good thing to go viral. Natural health and healing, financial independence and freedom, and split tests to help you figure out whatever it is you want to do, whether you're inside of my vehicle or you're somewhere else, it doesn't matter. Bye for now. Mwah.